This feels right, people. This just feels right here. And I'm going to tell y'all why. And I promise y'all, it's not going to be a 17-hour long introduction. But this feels right because I'm still fresh off of, you know, checking out The Crow 2024, Bill Skarsgård, Danny Houston, FKA Twigs. Listen, y'all know I fuck these names up, but she has a very interesting name, and I'm not sure if she's like a pop singer or something like that. She does a bit of singing in one part of the movie. Actually, I don't know, but y'all know I mean well. She's in the movie, whoever she is. But being as though I'm fresh off of that movie, and I haven't even reviewed it yet, like properly reviewed it, spoiler filled review for y'all on the podcast. I did do a almost 10-minute TikTok review video for y'all if y'all want to check that out. It's actually on Instagram and Facebook as well. But being as though I haven't reviewed it, in that I'm still very much processing everything that I saw in that movie. I feel like this is pretty justified, man. And I've been waiting to do this probably for like maybe 2 years now. This movie has been on my list, not my personal watch list, but it's on an entirely different list that I had tacked up on my board. It's on my list of movie franchises to start or finish. And in this case, it's one of the films that in a series that I have to finish, because I did do the original Crow commentary. I don't remember if that was an IntoxiCommentary or not, but I remember that movie's always a good time. That movie's going to be legend forever. Brandon Lee, rest in peace, shout out. Alex Proyas, Ernie Hudson, Tony Todd, Michael Wincott, everybody that was involved in the making of that movie. Let me just say this, man. If you're going into the Crow 2024 looking for the original film, it's not there. You know, they have Easter eggs in there. They've got little recreated sequences in there. Everything down to the, when Brandon Lee gets that sword in the original movie, Bill Skarsgård gets to do some sword work in there, man. That shit was on some James Bond Die Another Day fencing match turned into sword massacre almost sequence in that movie, man. It's the best sequence in the movie as far as that new Crow goes. But if you're looking to compare it, oh, well, they didn't do this in the original, they didn't do that in the original, then get the fuck out of the theater the moment you sit down, because you're getting a completely different story, man. It's a completely different thing. And I think for better or worse, it's definitely going to stand on its own. People are already making comparisons online to that movie as far as the rest of the films. And somebody, I gotta call bullshit, man. I wish I knew what page it was, because I would definitely put it out there. But somebody was like, "Yeah, the new one makes those 2000 sequels look like masterpieces." That is complete bullshit, because the new Crow is better than Salvation. It's better than Wicked Prayer. Anything's better than Wicked Prayer at this point. It's better than the TV show. But I asked myself going into this, is it better than City of Angels? I haven't seen The Crow City of Angels since fully through since I was a kid, man. So I'm getting a chance to revisit this movie, get this commentary out for y'all, maybe see some things that I didn't see before, have a different opinion on it, and see how well it stacks up against that new one as far as the story, the performances and things. I already know the aesthetic of this movie, the look of this film is already better than it. Listen, the first movie has its own look, but this movie is definitely very unique in its look, man. And I love that they didn't try to recreate the original look of the look of the original film entirely, man. This movie separates itself already with its set design and its cinematography, man. And I will always appreciate this movie for that. That was one of the things as a kid I remember. If you had a Dimension Films VHS tape back in the day, more than likely around the proper time, you were going to see a trailer for The Crow City of Angels. You were going to hear that music. You were going to see certain pivotal moments in the movie in that trailer. But the look of the film was always something different that I always appreciated, man. So I'm going to be bigging up the look of this movie more than anything, I feel like. But who knows, man? I'm going into this with a new pair of eyes, because it's been a really long time since I've sat down and watched this, man. I felt like what better to do than get this commentary out for y'all. Now, I don't know, like at this point, as I'm recording, I don't know if I'm going to get this commentary out to y'all first or my spoiler review for The Crow 2024 out, but you guys will have it this weekend either way, man. It's going to be a weekend to put the wrong things right, and all pun intended, man. So this director, Tim Pope, I did not know that the director of this second Crow movie, first of all, he had a hell of a fucking job to do, man, because you are in the shadow of a giant at this point. That original Crow film, man, while we try not to make comparisons and take every movie and reboot and idea for what it is as its own thing, that first movie just cast such a huge shadow that, and what happened to Brandon Lee, man, on the set of that movie, and the fact that they dedicated the film to him, and the fact that there's certain parts in the movie that people now feel like are, art imitating life, and vice versa, and things like that. It's a very spooky type of film to watch. I remember doing an episode very early on when I first started the show, man, and I was asking everybody and asking myself, like, is it a cursed set? Because we went through Bradley Cooper and Luke Evans and Jason Momoa when he actually had a director on set, and we had test footage for Jason Momoa's version of the Crow, man, which I was actually down for. I was down for all of them. Maybe, I mean, Bradley Cooper could have been cool, but I feel like I was more so down for Luke Evans being the Crow once I saw No One Lives. And somebody had told me back in the day, they were like, yo, watch No One Lives and tell me that, Luke Evans, you'll change your mind about Luke Evans being the Crow. And I was like, yep. Once I saw that movie, I said he would have definitely killed the role. Jason Momoa, everybody was like, oh, I don't want Aqua Bro. I don't want Aquaman as the Crow. And I'm like, a big ass 6 foot something guy who's completely muscled out with paint on his face, walking up to me in an alleyway. Yeah, I'm going to soil myself at that point, man. I'm going to be fucking terrified if he walks up and tries to kill me. So I think he would have been the most intimidating version of the Crow that we've seen yet. You can take that how you want it, people, but this director, Tim Pope, and it's not like this is anything out of the ordinary. He was a music video director, for the most part, man. He's got like 100+ credits to his name. They're all fucking music video. Not all, but the majority of them are music videos. I'm looking at it now. The Cure, Dead or Alive, Neil Young and the Shocking Pinks. Let's see here. Ministry, Hell and Oates, Rush. God damn, I'm scrolling through so many music video credits that I'm trying to find the actual movies he directed. Let's see. Okay, he did a short film called Foam. So there's that. I think this might have been his directorial debut, like as far as major films go on the big screen. Because it says City of Angels 1996. He did more music videos after that. He did an Iggy Pop video, so it's no surprise that Iggy Pop was in this movie, because he probably was already familiar with that guy, man, long before the Jennifer Aniston comparisons. And I'm not saying he looks like Jennifer Aniston. I'm just saying y'all ain't shit on the internet for split screening, side by side comparing Iggy Pop and Jennifer Aniston. She doesn't look like him. Y'all better stop that nonsense, man. But as far as the cast goes, I mentioned Iggy Pop. He plays Curve in this movie, but we've got Vincent Perez, who the pressure, I feel like it was just as much pressure on Tim Pope as a director, or I feel like it was just as much pressure on Vincent Perez as an actor as it was on Tim Pope as a director, because everybody's like, all right, man, you better be Brandon Lee. Everybody was just so hard on this guy. And another thing I know I'm going to appreciate as this movie goes along is the fact that Vincent Perez does not try to recreate what Brandon Lee did. That movie and that character and that portrayal already exists. So Vincent Perez did his own thing. He's even got a certain way he talks in this movie. I'm not sure if that's how the actor talks in real life. I haven't watched many of his interviews, but there's a certain slang to his talk in this movie, man. Not necessarily slang, but there's like a how people say Southern twang. There's like a certain twang to his talk in this movie, man. You got Mia Kirshner in here, who was a nasty character in Not Another Teen Movie. She played Chris Evans's, like sister. Like she was his real sister, and she was trying to fuck him. It was like a spoof of Cruel Intentions, where Sarah Michelle Gellar was trying to fuck Ryan Phillippe, but they weren't really related. They were related by marriage, but there's that moment that she's got in Not Another Teen Movie where she's trying to fuck Chris Evans, and he's like, "But you're my sister." And she's like, "Only by blood." I'm like, "Oh, girl, you are disgusted. That's my boy Adam Sandler type of shit right there." But we've also got Richard Brooks here, who plays Judah Earl, and I remember not liking this villain much at all, man. Even as a kid, I'm just like, I'm just not feeling this dude. There's a moment where we get supernatural with his character. I don't know how that's gonna go. Thomas Jane, is in this movie. I never, even around the time this movie came out, when, let me look at the year, 1996. So about 1999 is when Thomas Jane did Deep Blue Sea. I loved him in that movie, and he did the Punisher movie. Not a big fan of that movie, but he did a cool little, he did his own thing there. Even in the 2000s, even around the time he did Dreamcatcher, I never put it together that Thomas Jane was in this movie. He is almost unrecognizable in this film, man, but I think it was a great, one of those humble beginnings. Oh my God, I didn't know he was in this movie type of moments. You've got Toy Trang that's in this movie. Rest in peace, shout out to her. She was, for the uninitiated, she was the Yellow Ranger in the original Power Ranger series before Aisha came along. But I remember when she passed away years ago, man. I remember that was a heartbreaking moment for everybody in like that grew up with the Power Rangers and things like that. So rest in peace, shout out to her. It's going to be a little bittersweet seeing her as a villain and seeing her character get murked off. But we got a job to do, people, here. It took us 10 minutes, almost 11 minutes to get into this shit. But people, this is streaming on Vudu, just in case y'all are tuning in. Y'all know, if y'all are tuning in, y'all are the true Tutor Reviews MVPs. So let's get into this. Damn, this was long-winded, people. I appreciate y'all for sticking around, by the way. But this is let's just get into this low-key IntoxiCommentary for the Crow City of Angels, people. I will hit the play button in 3, 2, 1. It's hard to see that Miramax logo without thinking about all the bad things that Harvey Weinstein has done in his past life. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Damn, even the font, like the Miramax Dimension Films Presents, it looks. Let me stop. I'm not even about to start comparing it to the movie. I ain't gonna start comparing it to the original movie. We gotta stop that nonsense. Tracy Ellis, I was about to say Tracy Ellis Ross is in this. It'd have been cool if she was, though. That would have been a nice little movie for her to do pre Lyricist Lounge Show. I don't know how many of y'all remember the Lyricist Lounge Show from the 2000s. It's one of MTV's best shows ever. I mean, if you're a hip hop fanatic, then and there's that name. I spoke too soon, people. There's that name, Harvey. Harvey did it. This was written by David S. Goyer? Hold up, people. Now, I don't know if he had involvement in the first movie, but David S. Goyer wrote this movie? Wow. David S. Goyer, he was in his comic book movie bag in the 90s and the 2000s. He was taking over for the 9-9 in the 2000s. And it's crazy, man. I was just thinking about David S. Goyer. Well, not just thinking about him, but around the time I had seen Deadpool and Wolverine, I was thinking about him because the fact that they got Wesley Snipes back after he had such a... Well, the fact that they would have Wesley Snipes back after he had such a bad experience on Blade Trinity set. David S. Goyer directed that movie. And it was so weird because how did you write the first 2 Blade movies and finally get to direct the trilogy, the third movie in the trilogy, and you just dropped the ball, bro?
A crow shows in the way. Because sometimes
that crow is like, yo, I can't see through the smoke in this green screen, bro. And I love that they had, now it's not the same actress that's playing Sarah here, obviously, but I love that they brought the cat back. The cat was just, I'm talking like the cat was a major character. Like the cat had the show stealing scene. of that first movie. But little moments of continuity like that, I can appreciate. What the fuck?
Let him go! He's just a kid! He can't hurt you!
I'm scared to death. I'm sorry.
Now, I will say, they took the tragedy in this movie a step further because and there's the ring. There's the ring that Eric gave her. They took the tragedy a step further with, in the original, Eric and Shelly are killed, but Ash and his son, like, to kill a child in the opening of this movie. I mean, it's a flashback, but still, what's crazy, man. This was a bit of a flashback too, right here. Sarah getting into there's the mask from the original, but Sarah getting into the shower with the tattoo on her back is kind of a nod to when that Asian actress in the first movie, when she gets in the shower and they show her entire ass, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you nasty motherfuckers out there were enjoying. A little bit of a stutter, people. My apologies if y'all are tuning in with me. God damn it. I'm telling y'all, man, we are too fucking far into the future for these goddamn technological problems to happen.
It's the city of drugs.
Oh, it's Philadelphia.
And darkness. The city of Tutor Earl.
Yeah, I don't think he owns the city. I never understood that, man. Like, one guy is just going to control everything that happens in the city with everybody. Like, y'all can't just band together and just lynch him. I'm not saying he needs to be lynched, and I think that was a terrible reference. People are going to be like, black people definitely going to be like, yo, we've done enough lynchings in life. I didn't mean it like that, motherfuckers. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Get together and just whoop his ass at City Hall and get rid of him, is what I was trying to say.
What do you want?
Damn, that was a terrible way to break it down at first, because the main villain is definitely a black guy.
Do you want to hear?
This is nice. Sarah probably sees a little bit of herself in that girl right there. I guess it's going to be stutters all throughout this commentary. God damn.
We all have our pleasures.
Okay. Are you wearing lipstick?
And we provide for them. For others, it's the drugs. And we provide for them too. Our products feed this entire city, while other kingdoms fall around us.
Is that Thomas Jane just randomly filming everything?
By being of a single mind.
I mean, you gotta love an aspiring filmmaker, but I mean, he's got the whole murder thing and everything. Now, these characters already have their own look immediately.
All must love you.
Really? Then why did the sad-eyed sack of shit betray me?
Well, I didn't betray you, Judah.
He's like, I just did all your drugs.
Yours. It was.
He looks like the slimiest, most weaselly character that you can find in a movie, yo.
Judah, it was giving him seizures. Whoa, hey, Judah, you're Brad. It should inspire trust, right?
He looks like
the
the one guy they left behind. Do y'all remember Nothing But Trouble? When one of the Baldwin brothers, I think it was Daniel Baldwin, and the group got picked up by John Candy. I think my dog remembers. He's down there barking right now.
You're surrounded by these fucking freaks, man. I mean, you don't even leave this funhouse anymore, man. I mean, you have no idea what the shit is doing to people out on the streets, man. I mean, it could ruin your fix with the cops, Judah. You know, I'm not bullshitting. I mean, it's bad for business, huh?
All right, then. Let's see how bad this batch of ours really is.
Hey, whoa! Hey! What the fuck is going on?
We're volunteering you for a little quality control.
Oh, jeez. Judah, I'll make it up.
He's like, I don't want to get that high, motherfucker. It's like, it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games until they want you to get high.
Mine is the pain of others.
Oh, not in his mouth. Look at Thomas Jane. He's just like, this is the most erotic sexual thing I've ever seen.
That was a
Oh, up his nose. God damn. Okay, so we've already established our villains. Now, the villains all have their own unique thing going on in this movie, but I don't like Judah. I don't like him. Like, there's a lot of people that don't like Top Dollar, Michael Wincott as a villain in the first one, but Michael Wincott, his voice and the fact that they gave him that long ass hair alone, you know, Michael Wincott could read children's bedtime stories, and I would be sold on that. You know, he's just that guy with one of the most distinctive voices in the business. And I remember seeing him in Jordan Peele's Nope, and I was like, wow, like, I'm just like, he still got it, man. I remember seeing Alien Romulus recently, and it made me think of how much I would love to see another character like Michael Wincott in an Alien movie. He was great in Resurrection. I know people hate it, but
I got a little present for you.
You did?
I done it for the Day of the Dead.
the Day of the Dead.
Thank you.
Necrophagia, darling.
What?
Eat the dead.
Oh, it's got a little fortune cookie paper in there.
Life is just a dream on the way to death.
He's like, oh, I didn't know they were going to put that in
I
there.
like that.
Do you want to come have a beer, go?
No, I can't. I gotta go home. I haven't been getting that much sleep lately.
And what is the dirty dog's name?
No, I've just...
Are those contacts or are those her real eyes? Like, she's got like one of the most interesting pair of eyes I've seen in a Crow movie. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's true. Oh, I'm seeing a few people post their either rankings or thoughts on the new Crow, man. Shout out Troy Lee, shout out Brandon at the movies. They saw the Crow. The new one's going to get shit on regardless. You know what I'm saying? Even if it could have been the most amazing comic book movie ever, and people still would have been like, well, it's not, you know, Brandon Lee. He's the Crow, and it's like, nah. There's even a female version of the Crow in the films, or not in the films. I'm sorry, in the comics. I don't want to piss off comic book fans out there, but at this point, I said in my review, if we didn't get another Crow movie for a bunch of decades, I might be all right. I might be okay. But if they gave us a female Crow, yes, long overdue. And why are we not casting Mary Elizabeth Winstead in the role? Straight up and down. Damn, they roped him and his son up and just put him at the bottom of the fucking river, lake, whatever. This is like, I just got reminded of Friday the 13th Part 7 when Jason wakes up at the bottom of the lake and he's like, what the fuck is this? Crow is like, what's that? Yo, the Crow, the movements of the crows in these movies are hilarious, yo, because it seems like they're just always paranoid. He's like, how can I walk on water? That's an epic shot, though, man. I remember that was in the, I think in the original trailer when Ash comes out of the water like that. But who the fuck put him on a platform and you know, or gave him spring shoes to just pop out the water like that? That was a great moment, though. But I guess Sarah at this point in her life is just so, she's just so numb to the whole idea that people can come back to life that she just fully accepts what's going on in front of her right now. Because if I see a motherfucker pop out the river with bullet wounds in them, I'm gonna have a lot of questions. I don't know if I'm gonna ask that person those questions. I'll ask myself or somebody else. But I'm not taking this type of shit lightly. Even if it happened before, I'd have been like, yo, y'all can keep doing this? It's an assembly line of y'all? Is that a scarab beetle from the Mummy?
Talk to me, sir. Tell me what you see.
I see death return.
You know, to have people sexually bonded in a room that you have conversations in is very weird.
Swarming through the streets like insects. It's the same each year, isn't it? Lighting their little candles, whispering their wasted prayers.
This time is different, Judah. This time, someone is coming.
Is that a pizza? I thought that was a big ass pizza they had spinning. I was about to say, yo, y'all definitely got the right idea, bro.
It's finally beginning, isn't it?
Now, what's her deal?
What mask would that wear?
The whole hood over her eyes thing. Is she the Asian lady from the first movie
The face of one of your victims.
that got her eyes picked out?
All my sins remembered.
I guess they had to. They figured they had to have a villain who had another villain who had a great voice, like Michael Wincott did. But this Judah character just doesn't work for me, man. He sounds like a more sensual version of the Allstate guy. Like, imagine if he was doing a commercial like, Allstate's got you in the right hands. Now take this drug up your nose.
Who are you?
Sarah.
She's looking at him like, and you definitely aren't Eric Draven, bruh. He's rolling on the floor. He's doing his best like Black Swan impression.
I saw you drown.
She's got the gift.
How did I survive?
You didn't.
You didn't.
Right. Now, I'm not gonna lie. They knew exactly what they were doing casting Vincent Perez, because now that I look at it and I say that he wasn't trying to be Brandon Lee, they knew what they were doing as far as the look. I don't think his hair is as long as Brandon Lee's was in that first movie, but in that one particular shot, you look at him and it's like, yeah, y'all know what y'all were doing. Same thing that they did when they cast Mark Dacascos. Shout out to Mark Dacascos, because he is the stuff underrated legends are made of. And it was the same thing when they cast him. He may not look exactly like Brandon Lee, but you can see the likeness is what I like to say. Because Mark Dacascos in makeup, out of makeup, you can see, okay, this is their version, this is their TV version of Eric Draven, in the likeness of somebody like Brandon Lee. Now, I believe that crow right there was the same crow they used in the first movie. I'm lying. I don't know who the fuck that crow is. I don't know if he was Union or not. I'm not sure. That's literally me anytime my daughter draws a picture of us. I'm just like, I look like that for real. But you gotta appreciate the art. Whoa, kid, what the fuck? What child is infatuated with gunshots? When they hear gunshots, he's like, whoa, let's see what it was, Dad. No, stupid kid. Sorry, man. Oh, they witnessed a murder. Shit. God damn. Fuck. This is awful. Yeah, I don't remember this part. I didn't remember exactly what got them killed. What a fucked up scenario, man. You know, they didn't ask to see that. I mean, yeah, the kid did a stupid thing, but kids do stupid things all the time. But he ran out. They didn't know they were going to witness a murder. And that's what got them killed? Oh, man.
I want to help you.
Fuck y'all for that. They just stuck the knife in and just twisted it and twisted it.
He's not here anymore.
Yes, Sarah, we know. Thanks for the fucking memo. She's like, he's not here anymore, but I am. I'm not into necrophilia, but let's do it. What a tortured soul, man. I feel like that's the only way that Crow movies, whether sequels, reboots, requels, whatever, that's the only way these movies can really function is if one of the main reasons that it can function is if the main character is a tortured soul, man. Like the shit that they have to endure prior to getting killed, and like it's gotta be heartbreaking, yo. And then the new one, it is definitely heartbreaking to see what Eric and Shelley go through, but I don't know, I wasn't too emotionally invested in Eric and Shelley in the new one. Oh, is she really trying to fuck him? Because she's taking his oh no, she's about to turn him into the Crow. You know, for a dead guy, he's handling this pretty well. She just so happened to have the paints and shit right in front of her. She's like, I keep these just in case somebody comes back from the dead and wants to avenge themselves and their dead children. It was a great moment, though, because you can see the sadness in his eyes in this moment, but he's allowing her to do whatever it is she's doing to him. Like, he's ready for whatever comes next. You need more paint than that, Sarah. Like, come on now. You're a fucking tattoo artist. You know how it go. Like, what if she started painting his lips and he's just like, no, I ain't doing all that, dog. It's like, yo, I ain't doing all that. Nah, this was great, man. I will say, you know, I'm going to compare and contrast. I keep bullshitting myself and telling myself, yeah, man, well, if you separate these movies from the original, it's impossible. I will say that original scene in the first movie where Eric becomes the Crow and puts the makeup on, that scene is great. This sequence is amazing. I love the sequence when Bill Skarsgård in the new one becomes the Crow and they play that Enya song from Sleepwalkers. You know, the one that the Fuji sampled on Ready or Not. I think it's called Bodicea or something like that. When the Crow becomes the Crow, it's always a good time. I didn't like it in Salvation and Wicked Prayer. It was trash. You know, Edward Furlong grabbed a fucking Sharpie marker and was like, I'm the Crow, man. Check me out. Like, nah, dog. You at Comic-Con right now, and it's awful. He's like, I can fly. He got his powers immediately. He's like, I've never ridden a motorcycle before, but this... Look how bad... Oh, my God. And the fact that his coat is flapping in the wind as he's riding that motorcycle. Just bad ass, yo. Yeah, I'm y'all know I'm jamming. He's like, where the fuck is this bird going? He's like, I've been following this bird for 6 miles now. Short-lived, but it was a great sequence. That sequence right there, I love that. And the Crow in this movie, one thing I can give it over the original, I mean, Eric Draven, how did he get around so fast? You know, if we want to ask questions, let's ask questions. I feel like people act like the first movie can't be like it can't be judged, is what I meant to say. And it can, man. It's classic. It's an epic film, but it, you know, when you look back on it, there's things that you need clarification on. But this guy, he gets around on this motorcycle, man. I love it. God damn, what is he watching? That bull is murdering somebody on that TV. Oh, that's not Iggy Pop. That's Iggy Pop 2.0. Hey!
Who the fuck are you? Does the corpse have a familiar face?
He's like, I don't know, man. I just gotta run. Holy shit.
Sorry for the day, senor. We killed you, man. You're dead. Sorry to disappoint you.
Right. Because apparently, like what the dude say in Freddy vs. Jason, he said somebody's definitely breaking the fucking reality rules. Yo, he's having a ball right now. And obviously we just had another stutter, people. My apologies. God damn, I hate fucking technology, man. Is this a meth lab? First of all, the whole chin strap beard thing with no mustache, bro, you're already lining yourself up.
This shit's flammable, man. The others, who are they? Nemo, Kali, Curve, and Judah.
Damn.
I'll start with Nemo, and then work my way up the food chain. Where is he? Nemo, he's all perfect. He hangs out at the people around on Deacon Street. Congratulations, Mustang! You just passed yourself a fighting chance. Pick a card, Monkey.
Look how just I want to listen. Don't take this the wrong way, people, when I say this, but look how animated Vincent Perez is and energetic he is. It already separates him from the original Eric Draven.
Lady Luck's a bitch.
Don't forget your lucky deck.
You're wasting your breath, Angelito. Nobody's up there listening.
Oh, that's cold-blooded, yo. Oh, shit. Yo, that's cold, man. Kind of a throwback to when Eric blew up Gideon's pawn shop in the first one. But, yo, he said nobody's up there listening. Is this the Boogeyman song? Yep. Ooh. Badassery level 2000. The fucking palm trees are set on fire. Oh my god. Yeah. Yes. Yes, people. Yes, indeed. Listen, I'm already loving this, as if y'all couldn't tell already. Iggy Pop's like, God damn it, I was going to shoot my music video here. The glass is shaped like a crow. Okay. Iggy Pop's like, that's actually pretty beautiful. Oh, and he's got a crow tattooed on his chest. The mark of death, bruh. What's up with the what is this? Like, is he part villain but part D. Snyder from Strangeland? Like, he's got all this BDSM shit. He's got gimps half clad in leather around there, like pouring candle wax on each other. I thought that when I saw the leather mask, I thought that was fucking like Everett McGill from People Under the Stairs. I got him, 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 I got him. Still waiting to see what Jordan Peele does with that People Under the Stairs remake or sequel. Not a lot of news on that, but I always said, people, and y'all can go back and fact check me on Facebook in this case. I always said that if anybody was ever going to do a sequel or a remake of People Under the Stairs, it should have been Jordan Peele. And
Jesus Christ, Judah, why the fuck do you listen to her?
Because she speaks the truth. What's this, cuz? A beauty mark?
And all the world.
Yo. Yo. The main villain, like, he just, every line he says is so over the top, but he just seems so interested in everything. He wants to know everything. Like, could you imagine him just on a regular basis? Like, what are you guys doing today? You guys gonna do something? It's just like, that's how he sounds, man.
We're closed for the night! Open the fucking door!
Gideon's Pawn Shop reference. Oh.
What you did to me this fucking... You did a joke?
Iggy Pop's kind of ripped, man. He's like a skinny, thin, frail-looking guy, but he's pretty ripped. He's got muscles in this movie, man. He kept himself in shape for this shit.
Well, what's it gonna be, hero? Ready to kiss your faggot ass goodbye?
Whoa. And kissed his nose. You want to get canceled in 2024, bro? Oh. Ha! Not in the crotch rocket. He's like, lucky for you, I don't even have a penis to knee. That part always bothered me as a child. When he licks his finger like that, that was just like, come on, man. He knows Sarah's not a killer. That's why he walked right into the barrel.
Sugar plum.
Ew! Come on, Iggy! Did you have to? I love her reaction. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe I just pointed a gun at someone. I'm going to jail. But was Iggy Pop always like the rock and roll prince? Like, he's very flamboyant in this movie. I don't know if that's how he is in real life. I'm not going to sit up here in front like I'm the biggest Iggy Pop fan, but... Oh, Thomas Jane's, his fucking wig fell off. Yo, these villains, I'm not going to say they're better than the ones in the original, but they're definitely memorable and original, yo. This shit is insane. Like, he fucking flipped his head backwards and his wig fell off just now. There's great stuff in this movie, man.
What up, dude? How you doing, man?
Jesus Christ. That quarter didn't even want to go in there. It's like, look, man, you've been in here 6 times this week and 4 times today.
You got a name?
You paying for that? Them little, listen, I'm sorry, but
I want to see some sugar.
the nudie booths.
Right on, sister.
She's not even doing anything nasty for you to whip your shit out, bro. Like, come on, man.
We're gonna celebrate Christmas a little early this year.
It's like Santa Claus is gonna come early. This was a little weird. Imagine people that took their kids to see this movie back in the day. Yeah, we're gonna go see The Crow Part 2, guys. Family outing. And then you see this dude whacking his shit to this fucking, like, this is You came already? There's a timer. Now, it hasn't even been like 60 seconds and he came. You, my boy, need to prioritize. He's like, I put another quarter in. Come on. Come on. He's like, I'll last longer this time. Oh, shit. He's like, hey, you ain't my dream girl. Shit. Oh. Uh-oh. Ooh.
One crow, sorrow, 2 crows, die!
Shit.
3 crows.
Does he kill him? You know what? I said that People Under the Stairs shit, but that is the same shotgun from People Under the Stairs. The snap gun, as Fool called it. That's what it looks like.
A boy.
Same shotgun that they use in Left 4 Dead 2. I love that shotgun.
5 crows, silver. 6 crows, gold. 7 crows, a secret never to be told.
The aspiring director. Go to hell.
You took away the only piece of light left in my soul. We had to. We had to. It wasn't our fault. But Judah's orders. Never leave any witnesses. We didn't have a choice.
Well.
Always have a choice.
Damn, he gouges his eyes out. Oh, that's right, because I think he leaves him propped up in the nudie booth with his eyes gouged out. I'm not gonna lie, man. As a kid, seeing the Yellow Ranger in this movie as just one of the villains' henchwomen, was kind of badass, and it's aged even better now. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. God rest her soul, man. Okay, what we doing? Tracking shot? What we doing? She's like, bruh, he's already dead. God damn. He's like, is that what's gonna happen to me? Oh shit, he fucked his eyes up and left a fortune cookie in his mouth. What is that? Oh, it's a little crow. Little origami thing going on. Yep, you're next, bruh. You are next. Well, I don't know if he's next or the Yellow Ranger's next. I'm not sure.
Do you know what they call a gathering of crows? Curve?
Mm.
A murder. A murder of crows.
A murder of crows. That's true. That's true. Wasn't that a Tom Berenger movie back in the day? It was literally called A Murder of Crows. Now, I don't know if it was Tom Berenger, but I do remember... I remember that VHS being in our household at some point. And I looked at... As soon as I looked at the cover and the title, I was like, yeah, this ain't my type of movie. I would watch it now, though. I feel like my tolerance has gotten so much better as the years have progressed. Oh, who put that mask on you, doggy? The dog is chilling. He's just like, yo, what's up, man? You know it's Day of the Dead, right? Dog had the fucking mask on, just chilling. Some of the shit in this movie, man. I'm telling y'all, like, who's that?
I'm sorry, Father. I was just watching.
What?
Our doors were open. So this one, Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
We light candles for our loved ones so they might find their way back to Earth. Tomorrow night we will celebrate. The people will dance and sing, and some will wear masks. Why? Some spirits linger here too long. They become confused.
What if Father was like, I don't have the time to explain this shit to you. You should already know.
Santa Muerte. Santa Muerte. No se soporta. No soporta. Santa Muerte. No soporta.
I'd have been like, hey, lady, who you calling a Santa Muerte? Was that the girl? Yeah, that's the girl that, is that the girl Sarah was talking to in the beginning? Alright, don't make this weird. Just take the clue and get the fuck out of there, bro.
Maybe there is another way.
Before you end up on Megan's Law or some shit. Get out of there. Whoa. It's a pretty nifty magic trick. Oh, wow, that was cool.
How'd you do that?
Magic. Blue light. Go. Birthday candle. You have power just like I do. You have power over this.
I mean, I guess it was. I know the intention wasn't to be weird, but bro. Now she's traumatized for life. Congratulations. Oh my God, Judah's watching the fucking video of them killing Ash and his son?
I saw you kill him.
Look, I want to tell yourself some bullshit fairy tales. That's your business. I'm not gonna sit here with a fucking target on my chest. I'm gonna take this motherfucker out.
You won't stop him with guns or knives. He doesn't feel pain.
Thanks for the exposition, lady.
His soul has crossed
Like a fucking
over.
Mortal Kombat character.
Man who's already dead.
Can you look destiny in the eye without flinching?
Whoa.
You tell me.
He's like, bitch, don't you ever disrespect me like that. He just grabbed her by the fucking neck collar. Oh boy.
Crow is his source of power. His link between this world.
Oh, that's yo. Now that I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Later on in the movie, something happens with that crow, and it destroyed me as a kid because it was like seeing animals harmed for one. But the fact that they actually followed through with it in this movie, I didn't know how to react to that as a kid, man. I was a kid. And the shit that they do to the crow to stop Ash's power was insane. Like, they went to different lengths in this movie, man. And, again, I feel like I'm going to be praising this movie a lot more than I had planned to. But this movie does step outside the box as far as that first movie, man. It does so many different things that people don't really appreciate.
Were you married?
Oh, I thought he said, will you marry me? I was about to say, bro, you're dead.
It belonged to some friends.
Where are they now?
A better place.
Wait, Sarah had friends? She was always skateboarding around in the first movie.
Danny's mother left after he was born.
Oh, wow.
She was a drug addict.
She hooked on Judas shit? It is the city of drugs. So let's see if the plot thickens. I don't remember this part either.
What happens to me when I finish what I'm supposed to do here?
Good question.
You go back.
Go back where? I'd have been like, fucking, what's his name? Simon Pegg and not Hot Fuzz. Yeah, Hot Fuzz. I'd be like, I kind of like it here. I don't want to go back. I done came here and whooped ass on some undead vigilante shit. I'm not going back. I love these types of shots.
Who gave it to you?
Some bitch down at the gargoyle. What's that got to do with anything?
Jesus.
Find her. If she gave you his mark, she's connected to him in some way. She can lead us to him.
That doesn't necessarily mean that, but okay. You take orders from the guy wearing a fucking bed sheet, Egyptian cotton bed sheet as a skirt or a dress. It's fine. Oh, why would you rip that up? Like,
A house in the country.
what?
A little dog. Wife. 2 kids. And your fucking head stapled to my pussy seat.
What?
Listen,
That line always bothered me.
we're only looking for Sarah. Where is she, Noah?
I ain't gonna tell you that.
Are they gonna kill him? I think they kill him in this scene. Now, I'm not sure.
Last chance left.
Don't fuck yourself, you dried up bitch!
She was so badass. How do you listen? What is the casting process like? Did she audition and they're like, "Oh my God, you are the woman that played the original Yellow Ranger in the Power Rangers series." She is so badass and she looks the part. She looks great in the movie. Like, God rest her soul, man. You know, there was a for all you Power Rangers fans out there that are like relating to this the same way I am in this particular sense. There was that Netflix, was it Netflix original? I don't know, but it was a Power Rangers like legacy sequel to the series where Trini's daughter, they found out that Rita had killed, I think it was Rita or Zed, but I want to say it was Rita. Like, somebody out there will correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all always do. Rita had killed Trini and Zach and Billy were the only ones to bring the Rangers back together, but Trini's daughter was like, I'm going to avenge my mother's death. I'm going to become the new Yellow Ranger type of thing. It was such a beautiful tribute to her and to Jason David Frank that played the Green Ranger in that movie, man, that, you know, that made for Netflix or whatever it was movie, man. It was so good in the sense of you go into this expecting a sequel to the Power Rangers. It's cheesy, the acting is cheesy, the effects are cheesy. Like it was great in all the ways that you remember the Power Ranger show being. But they paid so the tribute that they paid to her character was so amazing, yo. And she is forever missed, man. Like she meant so much, like, to so many people. And I'm not about to keep talking about it and get teary-eyed on y'all. I ain't about to play with y'all, because if it's one thing I ain't gonna do, I ain't gonna play with y'all.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah?
Look.
Who are they?
These people down here?
Yeah.
That's you and me.
Sleep with an angel. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, you understand?
It's not your fault, do you understand? This is, yo, I'll wait a second, because I'm about to say something, man, and I don't know how y'all gonna take this. And this ain't the drink, this ain't...
Pain is my power. Kill them both.
God damn, yo. Judah was a cold motherfucker, man. Ooh, why would you... Oh, no. Yo.
I guess you were just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, but we ain't see nothing. You can let us go. I'd be like, remember Kadeem Hardison, y'all, in Vampire in Brooklyn? He said, "Cause I ain't really see you." He said, "Where you at? Where you at? I can't even see you. Where you at?" It's like, god damn. But what I'm about to say is, this is a bit more personal as far as vengeance is concerned, because, okay, now I'm not downplaying what happened in the first movie at all. Like I said, that movie's legend, that movie's epic, it's iconic, everything that you could think of that you want to call that first movie, it is indeed that, for sure. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. But losing, like, your, I guess, fiance, as opposed to losing your child. Oh my god, and he went and got his child out the water. And they played that music. Like, losing your child, man, that is, as a parent, that is easily the, I feel like the moment you become a parent, it becomes one of the biggest fears of your entire life. So that makes this shit way more personal for Ash. You know, it's a different ball game in this movie, man, and I really appreciate and love that. He just grabbed his son out of the fucking river and gave him a proper burial after they already died. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is insane. This movie, man, like, and it's a shame that it was received the way it was, and it still is received the way it is, because people cannot separate this from the first movie, and it is a completely different thing. And I respect that, man. I do. I ain't mean to go on a rant just now on y'all. Like I promise y'all I didn't mean to go on a rant, but I'm just saying, man, I knew I was going to appreciate this movie more than ever. Oh shit, what the fuck? Like, just look at the set design. The set design is all, the color scheme of this film is very calculated, man. And I feel like it was calculated for a reason so that it doesn't look like the first movie. Even the flashback sequences have this green, like this greenish type of tint to them, man. You know, the original flashbacks in the original movie were like, from what I remember, they were kind of reddish. But these are different. Everything's different.
Where is she? You.
He's like, you. I don't want to kill you.
Some people are just born.
Are those her? Were those her real eyes? I don't know. But her eyes look amazing.
Do you know how to fight?
Do you know how to die?
Oh, shit. Do you? She threw a ninja star at him. She said, "Do you know?" He said, "Do you know how to die?" Let's go. She the only one that gave him a fight, man. It's crazy. The female is the one that gave him a fight, man. God bless the women out here. Oh, you got strings attached to you, bruh? Shit. Okay. She's like, this pocket knife will solve everything. Ooh. Shit. She tried to disembowel him. God damn, yo. She's looking like, wait, are we still fighting or are you fighting yourself? What the fuck is going on? She's confused. She tried to run away. She's so confused. She did the Power Rangers. Here. Ooh. I mean, she could have did the Tommy. Seek ya. Seek ya. Who's Ia? If we have to seek. If you don't mind me asking.
Shh, little baby. Don't say a word.
Broke her spine. She can't walk.
Daddy's gonna buy you a big black bird!
Oh! Oh, fuck! God damn, yo. Now that was that. Listen, we making comparisons again. God damn. And she's not even fully dead yet. She's slowly dying, but the blood formed a fucking crow. But the fact that was better executed than. Do y'all remember in the first movie when Skank died? And he was like, Skank dead. And he was like, that's right. And he threw Skank out the window, but then they had like that green screen RoboCop type shit where you're falling, but you're not really falling on anything because it's a green screen and you're hung by like wires and shit. It was like that, and then they just showed him after the impact. They showed her neck. The back of her neck hit that fucking car, and she, you know, you could tell she suffered, man. God damn. Like I said early on, it's bittersweet. Rest in peace, shout out to Toy Trang, man, aka the Yellow Ranger. Rest in peace, shout out to her. She's amazing. She's very missed. She meant a lot to, you know, especially like that particular community, man. Very bittersweet seeing her die, but she was a solid character in this movie. She at least got to give the Crow a run for his money as far as a fight sequence goes. Everybody else just gets handled. You know, it's kind of like in the first movie with Tintin. Tintin was the only one that really put up a fight. As far as the villains, now I don't remember all the villains from the Crow Salvation, the Crow Wicked Prayer. Those villains were ass. But that's one of the things, like, if I could talk about it now and get it out the way, that's one of the things. Did he just kiss him on the mouth? Iggy Pop, what are you doing, bro?
Nothing personal. Sport.
One of the things that the new movie did not really handle well was the villains. You know, Danny Houston as a villain was trash. I'm sorry, he's garbage. He's an amazing actor, but he's garbage in the movie. And the villains that he's got surrounding him, that the Crow seeks vengeance on, they're trash. They're not memorable at all. And that's one of the things that I said. Even the worst movies that people the movies that people, consider to be the worst in the series, the sequels, they still had characters that stood out. You know, even through bad dialogue and bad writing and bad directing, bad performances, they still like, oh, I remember that guy because he had this on. I remember that guy because he had that on. I remember this chick because she had this. He's like, yo, I got you lined up, bruh. And I love that these two motorcycle phenoms have, you know, that they're just like, all right, I'm gonna run from you on my motorcycle while you chase me on yours, type of thing. This shit is great. It could have been, I mean, I feel like nowadays it would be directed better and it would be executed better, but at the time, sure. Like, you know, I'd give it a pass. No Terminator 2 stunt double on that one. Okay, that's not Vincent Perez for sure, because that wig was definitely fluffy on that actor. That's not him. That is not him, yo. That wasn't you, bruh. This looks like the area on 187 where the kids were tagging, or the high school kids were tagging, like I forgot the name of their gang. But that's what it looks like. Great setting though, for sure. Oh, here we go. Iggy Pop's best single that he never promoted. You think I'm a bad? This shit was hilarious. I love this. Is probably the best scene in the movie for me, right here.
Wrong place, wrong time. Hey, Curve.
You think I'm afraid of you? You fucking freak! You think I'm afraid? You think I'm afraid?
The close-up on his eyes, and I love the way Vincent Perez just grabs that shotgun off his shoulders, and he's like, look, I'm ready for you, bro. Come on, try me. Bitch, try me. He said, you think I'm a... Yo, I'm telling you, now, I don't know, me personally, like I said, I'm not a fan. Oh my God, he got shrapnel in the chest. Vincent Perez is like, don't worry, I can walk through fire too, bro. To see a man walk through fire while you're dying, the same guy that is responsible for your death, is very terrifying. But I don't know if You Think I'm Afraid is a song that Iggy Pop's done, but that I wish it was. He said, you think I'm afraid? Oh my God. Amazing. I've always remembered this scene because he puts a coin in his mouth and lets him float to his death. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you while you got this fucking shrapnel in your stomach, bitch.
What's this?
Oh, what you got behind your ear? Is it a quota? Let me put this little quota in your mouth, bruh. He's like, I'm dying. I don't know what to do. Gave him the forehead kiss. The bull dismissed. Like school's out. Yeah. Shout out to Sandman. That was actually a Sandman line that I recited from a bar that he did in Play Your Part. Clips, and it was actually Re-Up Gang. Now, for anybody, I'm just making a random hip hop reference. Re-Up Gang, Clips, Push and Malice with Philly's own Sandman and Ab Lava from Major Figures. Yep. But I think Sandman necessarily meant forehead kiss, like I'm gonna give you a headshot with an actual firearm.
You made me what I am.
Damn, now I want to listen to that song. Forehead kiss, the bull dismissed. Like school's out, let's move out. Yeah, yep. They're like, here's your flowers. It's your wedding. Nobody was like, who the fuck is that guy dragging a dead body or almost dead body into the river? Nobody cares. This city is fucked. Shit. Look at Iggy Pop. He's like, I can't breathe. He's like, yo, but the flowers formed the crow. I never noticed that. God damn, yo. People, this movie's way better than I remember. Do you understand what I'm saying, people? Way better than I remember. And I love the first movie. The first movie's legend, and this new remake was actually pretty solid in a lot of different ways, even through its problems. But this shit it's not bad, man. As its own thing. It's not bad.
She sees things that are fated to happen. She cut out her eyes with a carving knife.
Oh, okay. So she's not the chick from the first one.
But that only made the vision stronger, didn't it, dear?
Why did you bring me here?
Ooh, she's got that choke collar on her.
Sarah.
What's up, shorty?
You've got a very important part to play in this little drama of ours. I intend to capture the crow. And you, my dear, are the bird seed.
Did he cut her fucking for? Oh, fuck. Did he cut her shit? I mean, that's how he talks. I intend to capture the crow, and I don't even know what happens next because I keep talking like this. It's like, yo, like, relax. Motherfucker, try to relax. Oh, you know Sarah's in trouble. Yep, it's time to go. Oh no! And that poor crow.
Look who's come home to roost.
Fuck. This was also very different. To see to see the crow, this crow, pummel his way through a crowd. Because you expect the crow to, I'm going to move in silence, and when I kill, I'm going to disappear, and then I'm going to kill again, and then I'm going to disappear, and then I'm going to, like, you expect him to be very discreet and, unavailable for the most part. But this version of the crow is very much in crowds, he's very much around people, and it's something different, man.
Do you know what these are called? Misery cores. Wonderful name, isn't it? In the Dark Ages, these were used to deliver the death stroke to the mortally wounded. They were considered tools of mercy.
He's like, yo, man, I'm terrified of heights, but I'm the crow, so I'm gonna climb up this shit. It's like, fuck that. Fuck you and fuck that. I'm not climbing up that shit. If you ain't my daughter or my woman, I ain't climbing up there to save you, yo. Oh, they about to. Yup, this is the scene. This is the scene that really fucked me up as a kid, man, because they killed the crow, not the character, but the actual bird. And and at that point, I'm just like, well, what happens next? I remember this shit vividly, man. This is the one of the parts I remember vividly from this film, man. And I'm like, wait, what? Ooh, yup. 1-2 punch. Damn. Yeah, and Ash is like, what the fuck is happening? And the crow is even like, yo, what you doing, bro? Like, yo, I gotta survive through these sequels.
We all fall down.
Yep. It's funny, my dogs start barking the moment that they stab that crow. And this isn't he going to drink the blood or some shit? Oh fuck. That was a great shot of him falling too. God damn, man. He's like, I thought I could live forever. Yeah, I remember this, and I remember specifically the blood dripping from that fucking crow dying, man. And I remember them using it for power. This was dark, man. Like, to kill it, like, all right, animals get killed in every other movie, B. Animals get killed every day, B. Like, you know, you can't talk about. I don't like animals getting killed, and you like Friday the 13th, because Friday the 13th they killed a snake. They killed a real snake in that movie, man. They cut that fucking snake's head off. What was his name? Bill. His name was Bill in the movie, but Crosby, whatever his name was. Yeah, man, he killed the snake, man.
Hey, Dad.
Cannibal Holocaust. They said that they really filmed real life shit.
If you give up now, you won't meet
Na,
again.
na, 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 na.
What are you? I'm your shadow, Ash. Every angel's got a devil. I've tasted the blood of the crow and taken your power.
The crows, they are the souls who have come before Ash. They are crying for the people they have lost. Now they have come for him.
forsaken you, my friend. Look at you. Go to hell. Already been there. I must confess, I like what I saw.
I like what I saw. Jesus Christ, man. Now, I know that's the wrong reference to when he's talking about going to hell, but god damn. Judah is, yo, I don't like Judah, man. Yeah, she's definitely not the This is in the trailer when Judah, when he jumped down on that rope, but we didn't see what was happening. God damn, he's like, yo, I'ma hang, yo, a black dude, I'ma hang you and I'ma whip you. You're reckless, bro. Yo, you're wild. You're wild, bro. He's like, I'm gonna make you pay for everything that we pay for. God damn, man. Oh. Shit. He's like, I ain't dead. Oh. Yep. This always bothered me. The fucking way Sarah looked up and was just like proud of the fact that she got stabbed. Bitch, you just contradicted everything that you worked for in this entire movie. No. Nope. I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with the fact that Sarah was cool with the fact that she got killed. Fuck that, man. Now I remember this too. You can't stop me, Ash. I remember this when I was a kid. I remember seeing that motherfucker getting impaled and moving around on it.
You can't stop me anymore, Ash.
She is.
You haven't got the power.
And Ash is like,
There's
what?
nothing but pain for you now. Pain is my power.
Okay. Pain is my power. Let's go, bro. Let's go, bro. Pain. God damn. The Crows is like, yeah, we good, bro. Fuck. No, Sarah's already gone, bro. She's already gone, bro. God damn. Mira Krishner, whatever her name is. God. Fuck, man. God damn. Y'all not about to play with me, man. So fucking sad. Come on. Come on with it. Come on with that bird's eye view. That drone. I mean, it wasn't drones back then, but come on with that helicopter view. Like, let's get it. Come on. Come on.
Burdened by the weight of their own sadness. They wait for a chance to see
and what else?
things right. Only then can they be reunited with the ones they love. Sometimes a crow shows them the way, because sometimes love is stronger than death.
Is that it? Oh, y'all motherfuckers with this goddamn ending, man. Is this the movie? Or not the movie, but is this the song? With your silver spoon, dig your grave. This was the one that was in all the trailers. Hold on, people. Let's wait. And what else? I knew it. People, here we are with the finale of the Crow City of Angels commentary. IntoxiCommentary. I'm sorry, people. Let me tell you something, man. Tim Pope had a lot of work to do as far as following up Alex Proyas's iconic movie. I feel like it was already going to be an iconic movie, but when Brandon Lee died, that pretty much cemented the fact that this is an iconic movie. So to follow up that with an actor to play the new version of the Crow, and a new version of Sarah, and a new version of these villains, you know, a new story. This was amazing to go back to and watch. Now I will say this, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. Like in my TikTok video and review, the little short review prior to this, I did say I gave the new Crow 7 out of 10. And I think I will give this movie the same thing. I will give this movie the same 7 out of 10 because this is one where the odds were stacked up against it and it beat the odds as far as being original. This in no way is like the first movie, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? Vincent Perez, God bless. Listen, first of all, Tim Pope, I respect you, sir. You had a very big job to pull off. You know what I'm saying? And as I said before, Vincent Perez as a director was just as important as Tim Pope as a director was just as important as Vincent Perez as an actor. You know what I'm saying? Like Mia Kirshner, Richard Brooks, Iggy Pop, Thomas Jane, the late great Toy Trang, you know, everybody that was involved in this movie treated it like something different. You know, they didn't treat it like there's tons of sequels and remakes and so on and so forth where people treat it like, oh, well, this is a remake and this is a retelling, so we gotta do it. Like, no, like there's tons of movies where people treat it like that and they fail miserably trying to recreate that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that bullshit, but they fail miserably trying to recreate that shit with some bullshit. And this is one of the cases where they don't. You know, the Crow City of Angels, listen, man, this movie has aged pretty well for me. I'm not gonna lie. And being as though I have watched The Crow Salvation, which is the one after this, and being as though I have watched The Crow Wicked Prayer, and being as though I have watched The Crow, Stairway to Heaven, the TV series. Prior to all of this, it makes a difference, but y'all gotta sit down, man. Sit your asses down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work. It's not going to happen. You know, this movie was very good. I'm sorry, this movie was very good, and the fact that Tim Pope directed his own version of this movie right after the first one, bro, your presence is known, my man. Your presence is known, my man, and I appreciate it and I love it. Shout out to hold on. Shout out to Vincent Perez as the Crow, because I know there's still probably to this day a lot of people that come down on him and be like, "Oh, you want to?" No. Shout out to Vincent Perez as the Crow. Ash Corbin, you are in the mix, my man, because you are amazing, and you gave something to this role that didn't require playing off of what the last character did, playing off of what the next character would do. You made it your own thing, and I appreciate you so much for that, man. And I will forever praise you for that, bro. Forever praise you for that, man. You know, this movie, I give it the same thing I give the remake. It's a 7 out of 10, but it's a different 7 out of 10 just based off of the heels that it was coming off of. You know, everybody was like, "Oh, I don't want to see the Crow. I don't want to see the Crow remake. I don't want to see Vincent Perez. I don't want to see the Crow. I don't want to see it directed by nobody. Like, I don't want like you know, it was stacked up against a lot more at the time. So I think I might appreciate this more than I do the new remake with Bill Skarsgård, because you guys had a template and you knew what to work with and what not to work with, and you chose to do whatever you wanted to. But this one chose to do something different. And this is the last Crow movie in the original series. I'm not talking about the new one. The new one is its own thing, but this was the last one at the time that was able to do something different. You know, the Crow Salvation, they tried it. I'm actually about to watch the Crow Salvation. Let me look this up, the Crow Salvation now, because I'm ready to watch the Crow Salvation now. But the Crow Salvation was just like, all right, man, like this is like, we got a great cast. It's not as bad as it should be, but it's bad and it's okay in the sense. But the Crow Wicked Prayer, god damn, dog, like, yo, it's bad. It's bad. But this one, you know, I'm very impressed with how well this one holds up for me personally. I don't know about anybody else, but it definitely holds up for me. And I think that the Crow City of Angels, and the Crow 2024 reboot, y'all are top 3. Y'all are top 3. You know, for sure, man. You know, it happens, and that's the way it goes. That's the way love goes, as Janet Jackson said. You know, and who's going to argue with Janet Jackson, people? But I feel like I'm about to watch the Crow Salvation and figure out what's what. But nah, man, this was great, man. Shout out to Vincent Perez. Shout out to Thomas Jane. Shout out to everybody that was involved in the making of this movie. Rest in peace. Shout out to Tori Trang. I know I'm saying her name wrong, but rest in peace. Shout out to her also. But shout out to everybody that was involved in making this movie, man. This movie was great. It was really great to go back on it and find things that we didn't like, and to find things that we did like. You know, it's amazing to compare and contrast at the end of the day, man. I always feel like that's one of the best parts, where people don't agree. You know, where people don't agree and they're like, oh, well, I picked this and I picked that. That's cool, man. But people, y'all already know where to go, man. And if y'all don't, y'all can follow the podcast on Spotify and wherever else you get your podcast from. Shout out to wait, what the fuck did I just say? I don't even know what I just said, people. But Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, Romero Tutor. And shout out to Spotify for podcasters. And follow me on whatever other platforms I just said. That was whatever other platforms I just said, man. But shout out to the Facebook movie group, the Cinemaniacs, and last but certainly not least, shout out to the Tutor reviewers, the listeners, the lovers, the supporters out there, man. Listen, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is almost 2 hours of a commentary, but I appreciate y'all for sticking through it for the 10-minute intro that I had. That was ridiculous. I really, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I really wanted to do that intro over. I wanted to stop recording and do it over just to shorten it. But I feel like the more that I'm transparent, the more that you guys will relate to it and gravitate towards it. But y'all know how it go, man. But the love and support that y'all show me, I show it back to y'all tenfold and then some. So with that being said, people, yours truly, Romero Tutor. Another episode of Tutor Reviews in the can. I'll check y'all on the next one.